The total followers metric, important or not?
My goal has always been followers who engage with me and want to be here. So if that's the case, then I'm like, yay, let's get more. But if people just want followers for followers, that's not the answer. Because
it was like 70K. I thought I was going to be really excited, and then I was like, I can't. This is overwhelming. There's a lot. I want to talk to my people, not just at a lot of people.
I have also had plenty of clients who have less than 1,000 followers that are making far more money than people that have 100,000 followers. And it simply boils down to...
We have Amber and Shannon joining us today to discuss this topic, and I'm not going to waste any more time. So let's discuss the metric total followers. It's a controversial metric sometimes because some people put so much emphasis on this number, and then some people really just don't care about it. So the total followers metric, important or not? And why do you believe that?
So nobody's going to like this answer. It depends. Like, it truly depends on your business. So the association and the clout that we put with a follower count, we typically, with the clients I've worked with, people that I've worked with in the past, they associate follower count with the amount of money they're going to make. And that is always the conversation that I like to start with. They're like, I want 10,000 followers. And I'm like, why? Why do we want 10,000? Because it used to be because I want swipe up on Instagram stories. And I'm like, well, I just want the K, or I just want this. And it's often associated with something negative or something that is not correlated at all. Now, for people like us in this industry, a higher follower count might give us a little bit more authority in our expertise, which again, that kind of makes sense for us. But I have also had plenty of clients who have less than 1,000 followers that are making far more money than people that have 100,000 followers. And it simply boils down to your goals. If you don't need that many followers, I tell people all the time, if you're like a wedding photographer, you can only take 10 destination elopements a year. You don't need 100,000 followers because you're only trying to reach 10 brides a year. That follower number isn't as important. Whereas somebody like me, I sell a lot of digital products. I need to have higher numbers so that I can tap into more people, have a decent conversion rate, but I need those numbers. So it's gonna depend. And I know that's not everybody's favorite answer.
You're perfectly in your right to believe that it depends.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with Amber. It really does depend. And I actually work with a lot of hyper local businesses, and I'm like, you do not need to be the next, whatever. A lot of mine are realtors. I'm like, are you trying to be Ryan Serhant, or are you trying to, right? Like, you're a small boutique. You've got how many people in your area? How many people are your ideal clients? Like, let's get it in perspective. But also, the reason it depends is if you are trying to make brand deals, obviously they want to look at that, your follower. Now, for me personally, what I want to kind of preface is like, I don't want to shame anyone for wanting more followers, and I don't think any of us would. Of course you want more followers, because for me, more followers means more impact. But it doesn't mean more money. It does not mean more money. But for me, with what I do, kind of what Amber was saying, like, I want to help everyone. So for me, I'm like, I kind of do want a larger following because I literally want everyone to hear me. But just because I have all these followers doesn't mean they all see my content. So that's why it's like, I think everyone sees the number and thinks, oh, wow. But it only means so much of your success. Yeah. But again, it's okay to want it, but you don't necessarily need it. I was booked out as a social media manager with 500 followers. So it doesn't necessarily mean money. If your content's good, you're gonna get clients. But my biggest thing when it comes to that is I have so many people who first thing they say in an audit or something, they're like, I want 100K or I want this. I'm like, just like you said, why? And if they're good, I'm like, we're not going to be able to work together, because I've never been the person who's like, I'm going to get you to this. Now, can I help you go viral? Sure. But I want to help you go viral with content that's going to get the right followers, not just to go viral to the masses. So there's lots of different people who do what we do. I think all of us kind of would agree, if we're helping you get more followers, we want to make sure it's the right people that are going to spread the word about you. So my goal has always been followers who engage with me and want to be here. So if that's the case, then I'm like, yay, let's get more. But if people just want followers for followers, that's not the answer. Because one, people are going to feel it. Yeah. And two, it's not going to end up, your engagement rate's going to decline because people aren't engaging with you. And then at the end of the day, you're going to have to start a new account. I talk to so many people who blow up and then can't get anyone to engage with them. They have to start over. So I don't know. Again, it depends.
Hey, we got two depends. We'll see if there's any yes or no as we continue this conversation.
Okay. I don't want to be the same one, but same answer here, but depends. And also really hone in though on, what Shannon said of it's okay to want more. And I feel like at some point during all of our journeys, we would be a hypocrite to say don't want more, right? Because yeah, we wanted more, maybe we still want more, and it gives you that like quick dopamine hit when you are growing and you see those numbers go up. So it's okay, you're human, that's fine. I think that what was mentioned about, you know, what are your specific goals, and really always going back to those and understanding that doesn't necessarily mean more followers. That's more important to understand what your goals are. You know, I work with some local businesses who they're not just local, but they're also like seasons of people's lives. So I work with a bridal boutique. I think somebody's not getting married every month, right? They're hopefully getting married 1, 2, 3 times, right? Not too often. And so they're not wanting these people to just follow them. Like, I'm not going to follow all the bridal people when I'm not getting married. Yeah. And it's okay for that to be the case, just to understand that you have people who are in and out of different seasons of their lives, and to really find those ideal people who are going to be there and who are going to engage and who are going to convert into what you desire, whether that's more engagement, whether that's more sales, whatever it is. And finding also what was mentioned about collaborating. Maybe you're looking to do brand deals. Maybe you're looking to do different paid campaigns. And so that's expanding your audience in a different way than just going viral as well. It's about the quality of the people.
I think that's a really great perspective to consider when you think about type of businesses that are seasonal in a way, and therefore a moment or phase in your life, whether it's, you know, as you said, getting married. But once again, it depends. I agree with all three of you in regards to that, because the way I'm looking at it, it depends on the phase that you are in. Total follower is a metric that I think will always be debated, no matter what size audience that you have. And I think that right now, I'm not gonna lie, I want more followers. I want to hit the 10K. You know, I think I'm gonna get $10,000 if I hit the 10K. No, I'm just joking. But it does bring, as Amber stated, that level of authenticity. You become an authority figure. You can't deny that. You know, that's the part of, people say don't judge a book by its cover, but Instagram is based on looks, on visuals. So what you see, you immediately make some form of interpretation of what that means, even if it's not necessarily true. I think we've all seen accounts with like 500,000 or 1 million, and they get the amount of engagement like maybe 5,000 follower account might get, or even less. Even though we judge things like a book by its cover, it's hard to actually get around that on social media. And I know we're talking about just Instagram, but even just on social media in general, we immediately give them clout. We immediately give them respect when they have the higher numbers. But I don't think it's always about the total follower. I think it gets to a point where you don't look at them as just followers. It's more community. When they start to really engage with you, they evolve from followers to community. And that's when they're engaging, supporting you to become ambassadors. They speak about you in rooms that you're not in, and that's when you know you've reached that next level. So I look at it like that. It has its importance, but I think it really depends on the phase that you're in. Or I should say, the higher the follower total that you have, and you know what your goals are, it becomes less important. You want to more connect with individuals. I heard Shailene Johnson actually state, I think she has like 700,000 followers. And she continues to say, I don't want any more followers. I want to talk to my current followers, my current people in my community. And I think that's really important, the way that we should look at it. Obviously, once again, depending on your goal.
What you were talking about, Heston, of not necessarily wanting more followers. I feel that very much. I feel like on my growth journey, when I hit I think it was like 70K, I thought I was going to be really excited. And then I was like, I can't. This is overwhelming. There's a lot. I want to talk to my people, not just at a lot of people. And so I definitely agree with that. And there is that like level that you hit where you don't necessarily want a ton more. You welcome them all, but we're hoping that we continue to get deep conversations and not just surface level.
Well put. I like the way you said that. I hope that you guys walked away with some tips that you guys could share and move forward with. As I always like to say, step your gram up in the best way possible. And the tips that we discussed in regards to these metrics will allow you to do that. So thank you very much. I'd love to share more about the Social Roundtable with you. If you have a moment, check out the playlist that's on the screen. It's featuring more episodes from the Social Roundtable, all about Instagram growth, the latest new features, and strategic ways to build on your engagement, and so much more. You're not going to miss it. So make sure you check it out, and I'll see you there.